Hello, here Michael Souza from the channel Jogos no Tabuleiro, here to do a fast review about Navegador, the Portuguese-Spanish edition, and I will just briefly explain the game. It's a rondel game where you mark in the rondel the actions that you want to do. You need to advance 3 and you can pay an additional cost of boats if you want to do an action that is 3 ahead in the more than 3 ahead in the rondel. So I choose this one, do the market, and next time I can do one of the 3 next ones and I can pay the additional cost. For example, you do the navigation, we discover the land with the boats, and if you reach a new space you get the token, then you can have the bonus from the colonies. The colonies that you buy with the action of buying colonies give you possibility to produce the goods. In the action building you can build new buildings that will allow you to process the goods, allow you to build ships in the workers in a cheap way. Then you can do the market action. The market action allow you to use the changes of the price to produce or to process. It depends on the quantity of colonies that you have and the quantity of factories. And then we can buy privilege that give you money and scoring for the quantity of colonies, factories, exploration tokens, docks and churches that you have. You are going to explore to win the tiles, to buy the tiles, and when someone reaches Nagasaki, the game ends, or when all the buildings are built, the game also ends. So this is kind of a race with 3 ages, age 1, age 2 and age 3, with different costs. It's like a race, but it's about efficiency, about making the most money, the most efficient way. I like this game. It's like a surprise, it's like a race, but it's a lot of planning, of using the opportunities of the market, of profiting about the changes that are the result of the other players' actions. There's a lot here to enjoy about building the factories, accumulate the goods and be the most efficient as possible. And also the race element, it's interesting because it brings tension to the game. I think it's a game that aged well from the point of the game system, but it not aged well from the perspective, the post-colonial perspective, because it addresses the Portuguese colonial empire but doesn't talk about the slavery, which is something that is problematic. But in the perspective of the game system, it is very interesting, this build-up, this progression, and because the results from the interactions between the players without being very aggressive, interactions that are positive, that are surprisingly, and that make the game meaningful. So this is my opinion.